I'm talking about the end. Don't look. While I does. Then I guess.
Don't be.
You're making. She offers the suggestion. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant. You attempt to make your way. Your shouts and you won't. Fine. Stop that. The blade. A terrible. Those are two. She will lie. I think I do. But sure, yeah. Don't pay their bickering. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade. That's because there isn't a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the. Very different. Is it? I can't. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been. So you walk up this. You reach forward and it was there. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell, but it's still a stone basement. A soft.
Hello?
Her voice. I've held my tongue till now, but you're. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. My love! You know she can't. She may not be. Oh, your spirits.
It's you.
Did you hear that? And she called us flattery, really? Waiting for you to come back. That's right, villain. Well, only because he made us try and kill her. And you've died before. Now, hold on. If she actually. We never saw a world end. And now. Are you listening to him?
I'm sorry.
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. She made the best decision for her.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand? She didn't care last time. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre.
You died, and now we're. I don't know. Was I supposed to?
Isn't that just like her dad? You listen.
Then I didn't.
See? She didn't confess that. If another version of me was pushed to some.
That's okay.
She took that That's because you think she has. She doesn't. There's no. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some. No. You're what? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. You. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand. I can't believe it. I told you.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time.
The princess jumps. If only you had a weapon. Luckily for Mr. Who needs a weapon when we have the...
What do we do?
Let me guess. Spoken with the rank sinner.
I don't actually...
She doesn't even know what she wants. You're so gullible.
I think...
The princess and then she shrugged.
I don't know. I just want to make you happy.
She can't It makes sense to me.
I just want to make you happy.
Is she... What's going on?
I just want to make you happy.
This isn't right. I fail to see the problem here.
Okay, I'll find something else to want.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone? She's gone. And is that a... What is that supposed to mean? Do it, then.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, all of me, and yet my waters flow and I am everything that you have known me to be, as easily as you can stand to be you. It changes me. It says that your heart, this one is soft and delicate. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. If that remains your choice when all is said, my perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have. Perhaps this will... The desires of my multitude thrive. I yearn for what I have always yearned for. I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. The tides do not dictate my gift to you. We will know. I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're on a path in the... Don't mention it. No. Without hesitation, the wound Okay. There's no...
You bastard.
The princess pushes away from wounded, but still alive.
You've made a terrible...
I thought we had the upper hand. An act. Not. Don't waver. As you ready your blade to deliver, your knife cuts into her again. Forget about trying to rescue her. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair. You seize a moment of hesitation. We can still... Are you serious? The princess, wounded, her shining. We can only hope the wounds you managed to...
After all this time...
This is the end. Before you can answer, everything goes dark. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to... A terrible sense of death. If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here. not trapped here. Nobody's. We could go back and forth. Those are two very. Let's say, if you're back, we did our best, and yet you still die. And I believe your other question. What do you mean? Of course. Yes, but in this, if it's the lab, do you think the people there? All the more reason to keep our wit. You have to go. Just be quick. Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably. She just. People locked. Look. Oh, special. If you're afraid, aren't you? Of course I'm afraid. But that's not the only thing. Stop projecting your. Great. She will lie. Does a cat lie? I don't see. She could have gotten. That's a maybe. The interior of the cabin is ruinous. The blade. That's because there is. What a strange thing to lie about. Exactly. Very. I wonder. Maybe that's because you have. So. This. And now it's gone. No steel claw. I guess we'll just have to. The door to the basement creaks. The air seeping up from below. She grabs.
I can.
She sounds all impatient. You carefully make your way down the stair. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of the jungle is pressing in on us. You see only a flash. Remember, she is. You're not. Doesn't matter what she is. Her shining eyes appear between.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of this.
A shiver. Yes, shifting. Anywhere. We're not. Move. There's a shift in the humid air. Must be too nimble. I guess, unfortunately for you, no. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling the liquid pooling beneath you.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. With a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains.
But even then, it denied me freedom.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted up.
And then it was gone. I learned from my wound.
Does that work? Do you really need me to give you a... We don't have steel, but we have...
I understand it. And I acted on my will, fledgling.
Your body is violently jostled. The disrupt...
The cage...
I don't think we can talk. We are drowning.
Every creature craves.
Your body is violently jostled.
The cage is...
I don't think we can talk. We are drowning.
So you do...
The click of what you... But we didn't, apparently.
That wasn't...
You feel her take another... And then it's gone quiet, hasn't it?
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. This place is...
She's gone, and there's that... What is that supposed to...
It doesn't matter if there are... We are real. Nothing. This one is consumed by She wishes me to devour you. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater. If I did, No, their minds are empty. Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. One, whatever you bring me next will be enough. These gifts are a conversation. You've already tried waiting. The next time I see you, I will be here.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here. You take...
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands.
I know. Too long.
Oh, you have to be kidding. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too
If you don't have the key, maybe...
doubtful. Whoever locked the
That would be fine. I can...
She speaks with... If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about... You attempt to make someone else here. Your shouts and you're here to slay the prince. You try the door. I'll repeat myself. Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife.
You won't like. Against your better judgment, you cut into her. The blade is sharp. She didn't so much as utter a... Free from... How is she so
Thank you.
No, we won't have any of that. As the princess... Wait, this isn't... Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this...
Your body lunges forward to sink. Stop it. The blade. Move.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and...
Maybe I'll see you in another...
And then she slits your throat with an almost... This is the end, isn't it? You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that, you're here. A terrible... Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word. I'm inclined to agree. You know I can... And as far as trying to help her, we could go... There's a... Let's say, if you're back, the absolute... you really don't... That doesn't sound like... But this is a thought experiment, so... Anyway, what do you... If it's the... Do you think the people... What a conveniently ambiguous... Oh, how I wish that were the case. You'd... No, I'm... Just be quick. She just... You haven't given us an... What... Literally... You put your hands in your pockets and pull out. Within, you find a note in your... That doesn't prove any... I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. You mean your... Exact thing, we've got everything... People locked her in. Look. Oh, of course. Look, you're... I've told you everything you... Not to sound like... Great. She will laugh. Yes, yeah. Did you? No, I did. Just ignore. The only furniture of note, the blade. He definitely did not. There isn't a mirror. There is, I think. Exact. Very different. Yes, but why? Now isn't that so? It's. You reach, but it was, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back. Good idea. Her voice.
Is that a visitor I hear?
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. So much. Do you hear yourself right now? Cut. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? That was there last time. It was.
What an interesting development.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer.
That's reasonable. You do as she asks, and
Thank you. Yes, your intention. There isn't a keyhole in these shackles.
is she forgetting about the... Or does she feel right? Unless she really could.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our. Oh? Are we acknowledging that?
I guess what you said back in... As much... It's complex. Ideally, this was the situation... A contingent for you failing. Now hold on, if you need... I needed you to believe... And... That's I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? Exactly, he gets it. You're moving on. What? The more I say, the more your success hinges on you having... Fine. But you... Yeah. Just give it a rest. This is...
Focus. This is a serious situation. Nothing happened. You died, I went upstairs, and now you're back.
Is that real? It's not like we have much of a clue about...
You're looking at me like I might be hiding
I guess it's possible she really...
No, no. Like I trust you to come in.
But she would have to... She certainly see. Or maybe... Though if she isn't bluffing. So, I don't know. Then let me help you. I'll start with that. Doesn't... There are... The pros are that we can't...
I don't know. But you could always... Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually... I wouldn't do... And what? Do I even need to explain? And what? I don't know. He doesn't want us to look... What if he's telling... He is. I am. Against your better judgment, you... What is that supposed to... Yes. Come out and say it then. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its and, as if your situation weren't bad enough... Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like...
What we supposed... Can't even cut. That's horrible. It's not all, but not to touch things. No. That this...
Yep. Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not. No. Nope.
That's rude. You and the princess wait inside. This is... There must be something. But there isn't. Time passes, and at least the world... It isn't. You're stuck. But she's not ending in her very exist. How exactly? But let me guess. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how... I suppose you're correct. Things aren't.
I don't like small...
Still rude. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stone. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept... She hasn't. I guess she hasn't. Even more silent time passes as you watch roots put until suddenly... And? I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin. And nothing bad, so this is the outside world.
She's gone, and there's... What is that supposed to mean? No, that can't be right. I think you know. The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help. Oh, I'm nothing like. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left. Of course. That is this construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you fail, but you'll be awake soon. I do. People out there are real. Any other version of me you talked to was just perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to... I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to. For all I know, each of those other versions of me, except for me. She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, so I tucked a part of myself. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy it. With some amount of difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself. It would have been preferable if you... I killed myself. It had to be. As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. The cycle of life and death. The end. I've said my piece. It's like I said, I'm just an echo.
I can finally see you, and you can. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. Ever the passive player, always when the echo spun us from one into two. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world? Even as your eyes begin to open. Of course I have a say in all of this. If we didn't, the wine... My very nature is paradox, but violence and passion are dances that both of us know. question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering. But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material. To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence? Or, in time, would they... You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows within. But even when dissolved, you gifted me. But the outcome of an act matters more than its... A world without sustenance is a world... And it is through those desires that... Your lover tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer. You sought the truth then. Then don't. Leave with me. If you need more time to open your eyes. A thought is a lie, and some thoughts nurture. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently... Your compassion is what freed us both. But compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change. Then help me again.
Flesh is a vehicle, and to destroy the flesh is to destroy the spirit. The force between choosing your death and forfeiting your body. You chose agency. But agency requires action, and action requires endless tapestry of events.
I know what I am, but I do not know what I... Are you starting to see? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists. There is no constant. Open your eyes. It is from my This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that... What I offer you is not...
Whatever you're trying to do right now. All of them? They're still where you left them. Stuck in the fog, there's still a piece of me, nestled close to where it all began.
It's time to
She's relentless, isn't she? Then let's go. Don't think any of the others have forgotten what you said at the mirror. They all talked, and they're not happy. But we can discuss that. Do you... Yeah. The interior of the cabin is... You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever... There's no mirror, and I know you're still trying to find some middle...
It's just us. I think the rest...
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Yeah, it's complicated. No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet?
It sounded just like that. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain. Honestly, me neither. No. I feel like I'm myself again. Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean? Okay then.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, yeah, I'm not sure I'll be alone for...
This is it. I have... Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then... Of course I am.